If this video found you, I think that you probably are going through a huge shift right now and you just made a difficult decision that's going to have a really big impact on your life in a positive way. I know that we're all mirrors of each other, and so if I'm going through this, I know that there's other people going through something similar and that there must be thousands of people going through the same thing. And if you just let go of something or someone and you're wondering if you made the right decision, you did. Even if it didn't make any logical sense to let go of that, or even if you just really didn't want to and it was really hard for you, maybe you followed your intuition instead, and that's huge because you're showing the universe that you are going to follow your intuition instead of logic. That's something that I've been wanting to get better at and setting the intention to get better at, and a lot of times we want to heal something or we notice something about ourselves that we want to fix or heal. Anyways, sometimes we notice something that we want to fix or heal and we're like, well, how do I even do that? And then a few months later, you just notice that it's healed. And so sometimes all we have to do is just bring attention to something and like set the intention, and we'll just be guided in some way to heal it. And sometimes we don't even know exactly how it happened, but it just did. I can't really remember where I was going with that, but I feel like for weeks I had been wondering if I should end my relationship. I felt like Spirit had kind of been telling me to end my relationship or to like at least take a break, and that I really just need to focus on myself and put myself first. But it's hard when you're in like a healthy, happy relationship. And it's just like I had such a strong attachment and such love for him. But since I didn't really listen, I feel like there was an event that pushed me to end it. I'm still learning to like listen to my intuition and to know what is my intuition and to trust it. Because part of me was like, am I just like wanting to end this to protect myself or like from some unhealthy place, or like, is this really what I should be doing? I just saw 444, you might see that number a lot. But anyways, yesterday I finally let go of this relationship, even though it feels like I really don't want to, and it feels like almost impossible in a way. And it just feels like it's going against my feelings and my logic. But at the same time, like I have this knowing that this is for my highest good, this is what my higher self wants, and I'm aligning with my highest self by doing this. And I know that it's bringing in everything that I want, or that it's about to. And I think if you relate to this, the same is true for you. You giving up this thing, letting go of this thing or this person is exactly what you needed to catapult you to where you want to be. And all the things that you've been asking for, all the things that you've been wanting are literally weeks away. They're so close. And really the final step, like the final initiation for you to have those things is letting go of this thing or this person. And I know for me, by making this decision, I'm showing the universe that I won't tolerate disrespect, that I have high standards for myself, that I'm putting myself first, I'm choosing myself, I'm prioritizing myself and my needs, even over the person who I love most in the world and the person who I care about most. If I'm able to prioritize myself over that person and causing discomfort and pain for that person, that's a huge step. And that's like really the ultimate test of like, did I overcome people pleasing, as if I can put myself above someone who I love more than anything. And that is one of the most painful parts of this process, is worrying about him and feeling bad and not wanting him to be in pain and suffering. But really, when we try to protect people from pain, I mean, not only are you kind of like infantilizing them or like just seeing them as like incapable of being strong and being okay and stuff. Obviously, I know like he'll be okay and that he's strong and whatever. But it's like in a way you are kind of projecting like this weakness onto them, and you should really see people as the highest version of themselves. But you're also sometimes prohibiting people from growing when you are trying to protect them from pain, because pain is really the greatest teacher. Like pain, discomfort, and suffering is what helps us to grow and is what helps us learn so much. And by honoring your needs and acting as your most authentic self and your highest self, you are giving people exactly what they need, even if you are hurting them in a way, but you're helping them in reality. And like truly the most painful things in my life, or the situations where people hurt me the most, those situations I'm the most grateful for, and I had the biggest transformations in my life in a positive way, and I learned so much and grew so much and became the person that I needed to be and was motivated to face my fears because of those painful situations and because of people who hurt me. And I'm so grateful to all of them. So if you're feeling guilty for hurting someone else and for prioritizing yourself, don't, because you're actually like doing the biggest service for them. Yeah, sometimes you just have to embody like the person that you want to be instead of the person that your ego is telling you to be. And I really just felt like my higher self was telling me to end this relationship and to learn how to be alone and learn not to be codependent, stop being a people pleaser, and to trust my intuition over my logic. And those are all things that I've been wanting to do and things that I've been wanting to work on. And it's like I really got put to the test, like, well, are you gonna do it like in the most extreme scenario, kind of? Like, are you really capable of embodying these traits? And so even though my ego like doesn't want to, and my human self doesn't want to, and it's painful, and I'm just like, I just don't want to end this relationship, I'm choosing to listen to my intuition and listen to my higher self and embody those traits that I want to have. And so if you're in a similar situation, by doing that, you are like catapulting yourself to a new timeline, a new reality, to the level of success that you want. It's all about to come in for you because of this decision that you made, because you showed the universe that you're ready and that you are this person and you can handle this level of success and this level of being seen or whatever it is. But yeah, by doing this, you're saying to the universe, I won't tolerate disrespect. I know my worth. I'm gonna put myself first. I choose myself. I'm setting boundaries. I'm following my intuition. I'm trusting my intuition. I'm not scared of the future. I'm not acting out of fear. And I'm ready to overcome my codependency, overcome my attachment to this thing. And that is so powerful. That is huge, to behave in a way that signals all of those things and really stepping into that energy. This is like the final action that you needed to take to prove yourself. And also it's like there's a part of us that just wants to stick with what is safe, what feels comfortable. And I kept wanting to do that. I had this really crazy year with health issues that like triggered another spiritual awakening in me and made me realize I need to leave my job, which I had already been feeling for months and months. And it ended my relationship. But then I just went right back to what was safe, what felt comfortable. I went back to my job because I was like, realistically, I'm running out of money. And I went back to my relationship because it made me happy. It was good, like everything was great. And we like truly do love each other and have such a deep connection. It's not like it was like a toxic relationship or anything. It felt like very like soulmate love. I don't know. It's hard ending a healthy relationship, I feel like, because I personally don't know anyone who has like gone through something similar. And so you're always kind of like wondering, is this the right decision? Like I feel like it's easier to know what to do if it's like a toxic relationship, and everyone I know is like usually in toxic relationships and that's all that I've really had modeled to me. So it's like, I don't know, and people always project their own insecurities and fears onto your relationship, onto your situation when you try to ask for advice. So it's hard sometimes to really trust yourself and to know what's the right decision. But over time, it really just became more and more clear to me until I really just had to act on it and couldn't ignore it anymore. And I know if I ignore it this time, then like it's really gonna blow up in my face next time. But just trust your gut, trust your intuition. You made the right decision no matter how hard it feels right now. And that feeling of knowing that you made the right decision that your higher self has is true. And this is literally gonna bring in everything that you want, and it's so close. And in order for your life to change drastically, in order for amazing big changes to happen in your life, you have to be ready to step into the unknown and to give up your own old life and to give up what is safe and comfortable. And so by making this decision, you're showing the universe that you are ready. You are ready to walk away from what feels safe and comfortable, and you're ready to walk into the unknown and to have a drastically different life. So don't look back, don't go back. Trust your decision, trust your gut, know that you made the right decision. And as a result, your life is about to become more beautiful than you could ever imagine. And definitely let yourself grieve, let yourself feel everything. Let yourself cry, let yourself feel all the emotions and really grieve the relationship, but just know that there is a really beautiful future for you and that everything is going to work out beautifully and perfectly. And you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to feel guilty for because everything you're doing is serving everyone, even if you are hurting them at the moment. And it's like, I feel sad, but I don't feel depressed. And I think that's a sign that I made the right decision, because I think depression would be a sign that maybe you made the wrong decision or that you're not where you're meant to be. You're not in alignment with your highest self. I think that depression is always trying to make us uncomfortable and push us to change, to grow, to make some kind of change in our life, whether that is ending a relationship, moving, ending a job, whatever it is. I think depression, or sometimes it's even just like changing habits in your life, changing your routine, developing healthier habits. But I think depression is always trying to teach you to change. It's always trying to push you to change. And it's a really good indicator that you are not in alignment with who you're supposed to be right now, and something in your life needs to change. And so ask yourself, am I sad? Am I depressed? And if you're sad but you feel this like underlying sense of comfort, then just keep going. You're exactly where you need to be. If you feel depressed, what is it that you need to change about your life? Is it your career? Are you working towards your true goals? Are you getting exercise? Are you eating healthy? Are you dwelling on the past so much that you're letting it ruin the present? If you are really depressed, to me, they're very like distinct feelings, like sadness and depression. So hopefully you understand what I mean by that. But if you feel really depressed, something needs to change. So change something. I think, we all have everything that we need right inside of us. And I think you'll be able to figure out what you need to do. So yeah, I think life is about to get really beautiful for us all. Don't worry, you made the right decision. This is just confirmation. This is a huge shift in your life. This decision, this change is going to change a lot for you. It's exactly what you needed, and it's giving the universe so much information about who you are now and what you're ready to receive. I love you all. Please leave a comment if you feel compelled to do so. Let me know what's going on in your life, and I promise it's all gonna work out. Just keep going. Let yourself feel you're so close to the finish line.